Welcome to the OneNote District Mathematics Curriculum Guide Platform Introductory video. If you're watching this video, you have received the link to our new District Mathematics Curriculum Guides now housed in the OneNote platform. So when you click on the link, this is the page it will look like. All your tabs are located here along the side. You'll notice it's in your browser. The first thing you want to do to make it easier to use and to use all the great features of this product is right here at the very top under secondary mathematics, click on the words open in OneNote. So go ahead and do that now and pause the video if you need to. And then once you have it opened in OneNote, it should look like this. So pause the video if you're not here yet so you can do that and we'll continue forward. The first thing I want to draw your attention to in the upper left-hand corner is a drop-down menu. This will show you all the notebooks that you're associated with. What's really neat about this is right here, Curriculum Guide Secondary Math. That's the one that you downloaded just a moment ago for the curriculum guides. Once you download it once, it will forever be here. So any updates that we make as a district to the curriculum guide will feed straight to this OneNote. So what I like to do is keep my OneNote pinned to my taskbar, and then every time I open it up, here it is. I don't have to keep going back to the website over and over and over again. So the main page here, I want to go over a few orientation tips. At the very top, you'll notice the tabs are at the top of the page instead of along the side. And it makes it easier to read. You will now have access to all of our mathematics curriculum guides and resources for all math courses within the district. So if you've ever considered teaching something different but want to see what it's going to be like, you're more than welcome to click on any tab along the top. And then the drop-down menu right here shows you all the other tabs that just didn't fit on the screen because we do have a lot of math courses. And again, any updates that we make, you will be auto-fed to that. So the first thing I want to have you do, mine doesn't have it because I've already changed it, but you're probably going to see a lot of initials on the page that you don't see on mine. The first thing you're going to do is go up to History and click on Hide Authors. So yours looks like this with all these initials. Simply click on History, Hide Authors, and then they're gone. And what you'll notice, what you want to do, not every time, but regularly, is right about 1, 2, 3 to the left from Hide Authors is mark as red. Mark the notebook as red. So right now, for example, you'll notice all the tabs are bold because someone has made a change. You mark it as red, now they're back to normal. Those are the two things you're going to do. The Hide Authors should stay if you're using your desktop version, but you may have to mark the notebook as red to keep it from the colors to look really nice. But other than that, if you didn't, it would make a big deal. So the first tab you default to is our overview, which gives you an overview of the curriculum guides on the platform of OneNote, along with the contact information for the current specialist. Again, when these are updated, you will see the updates. What I want to draw your attention to is at the top of every page is going to be this blue button that says Have Feedback, click here to share. One of my visions for the team is to make sure that we move forward with getting feedback from you about what's working and not working so we can make changes instantaneously and not waiting year after year to make changes. So if you see something that's not working, a link, or you have feedback, you see an error, you think something should be changed, you don't like the way this lesson is laid out or the order in which it's written, you can simply click on this button. So now with buttons, some people can just click on it with a click, others have to hold Control and hit click. Either one or one of them should work, and it will pop up, for example, this Qualtrics survey. You'll fill out the information. It will come directly to us in our new email address, 612math@duballschools.org. We will review it and respond back to you based on your requests. So please make sure you're using these. We'll be able to look into that for you. So let's take a look at the curriculum guides. So I'm going to use for this example today Intro Grade 6 Math. So I'm going to start with the first page. So here are all the tabs. Each one represents a course. Down here, what we call pages. So these are the pages that go with this course. So every course is going to have a standards overview. And the standards overview is broken up by the reporting categories and then the subsequent standards. Each table is going to have the standard, the actual verbiage, the complexity level, and then any resources we find that are aligned to this standard. So again, this page is specifically about the standard, not the lesson, but the standard. So for example, if you're in 6RP11, here's your description of the standard. Here's the standards mastery sheet that goes with it. So if I click on that, It's going to take me to 6RP11, the standards mastery sheet that goes with it. If you want to see what CPOMs has to say about 6RP11, you simply click on that, and then you're at 6RP11 on CPOMs. And of course, here's the really cool part. If you're used to the test item specs and this, 50, 60 page document having to scroll through, here's something really nifty. So when you're looking at the standard, you can click on the item spec. So again, this was 6RP11, and it's going to pull up the item spec and jump you straight to the page that you actually need. This will save you some scroll time, and you can look specifically at what you're trying to work on. Notice you'll see these are hyperlinks. All the standards are also hyperlinked. So instead of scrolling through the page to find the thing that you want, if you know you're working on 6NS38, simply click on 6NS38, and boom, you're right here. Now when you click on it, it's going to highlight where you were. You may have to scroll just very briefly. The 6NS38, again, standard, complexity, standard mastery form, CPOMs, and item specs. And again, for ease of use, instead of scrolling all the way back up top, if you are on 3.8, we do have these buttons available to take you back to the top or to other key places on the pages. So here I'm going to click back to top. Again, you might have to hit control click or just click depending on your software. So I'm going to go back to the top, and there I am. The next page I'm going to show you, again, over on the right-hand side, is going to be our pre-teach materials. So these are the things that are important, but you don't need to consistently see, but you might need to refer back to. So these are things like your ELL strategies, Khan Academy information, how to use fluency, rapid whiteboard exchange, reference sheet, etc. All that stuff that we put in the front of our curriculum guides that made them 100 pages on each print for every quarter, we simply reduce right here to the pre-teach materials. So you can come back to this page as needed. So if you're not sure the different types of lessons that Eureka offers, for example, on types of lessons, we'll hit control click or click, again, depending on what computer you're using. So I'm going to reiterate that. Simply click on it. It's going to take you down to the types of lessons. My back to top button will take me back to the top. I want to look at the materials for the course or this particular section. Click here. There's my year-long materials list. Okay, I'm going to go back to the top. I want to look at what Khan Academy is. Click and I go down here to the Khan Resources tab. Now, I also have the back to top option. And also, if I want to go back to the standards page, simply click on it and I'm back at the standards page. So everything is linked. So this, again, is where all your pre-teach material will be. Then I want to show you the module blocks. So if I'm looking at module 1, every lesson, including the overview, has a button. Again, you can click or control click. So if you're saying, hey, I want to look at lesson 15, I'm just going to hover over it, click it, and it's going to take me down to lesson 15. So I don't have to scroll. So this is an example of a Eureka block for the purposes of this introductory video. Here I've got the standard listed. If I'm working on lesson 15 and I'm not sure what RP13 is, I click on it and it takes me right back to the standards page to RP13. If I'm not sure what this math practice is, if I know this, if I'm not sure which one this is, I simply click on it and then I come here to the 8 different mathematical practices. If you're not sure what lesson type it is, I'm going to come back and show you the exit ticket. That's very cool. Lesson type, I'm going to click problem set, and it's going to take me to the particular types of lessons so I can confirm. Again, this is all on the pre-teach materials, but we've highlighted it so you can use them as you need them. Now here's the really cool part I'm super excited about. So in our materials, we have our teacher edition and our student edition. So right now the teacher editions are anywhere in the hundreds of pages, so it would be very difficult to manage. So what you can actually do now, again, remember we are in topic B, lesson 15. If I click on teacher edition, it's going to take me to the actual TE for the 6th grade module 1. But then the great part, just like the item specs, is going to jump me down to lesson 15. In this case, a synthesis of representations of equivalent ratio collections. But I knew I needed lesson 15. I clicked on it. It took me to the TE. If you have interactive television and you want to use the student edition of some kind, I can do the same thing. Again, lesson 15 takes me straight to it in the student edition. Also, you want to do the exit ticket, teacher edition available. I click here, again, lesson 15. The teacher's module takes just a moment to load because it's so large, down to the exact exit ticket for lesson 15. And of course, you know what happens here, student edition exit ticket, click, and there it is. So then everything is hyperlinked so you can get exactly what you need. And now also the Khan resources that we implemented last year, these links are now live. So when you click on the Khan Academy video, you can actually show it from the CG. In this case, it's a practice one, but then when you get here, they've also got the different other things you can do that might be related, but we specifically aligned them in the CG to assist you. What's really neat down here at the bottom, you're going to see the DI component. And with the DI, these are going to be the things from the DI playbook that we released in the early spring of 2018. They are no longer, or you no longer need that document. It's now going to be actually linked directly right here. So under the DI, if we click on this information, it should take you right to your teacher toolbox. Now, you will need to log in one time. So I'm going to log in just once, but it's going to take me to the exact page. Once you log in one time, here's what's cool. I'm going to go over to the below grade level. I don't need to log in every single time. I'm simply going to click on it and go straight to the spots that I actually need, so you can use it live. Under each block, you've got your back to top option that we've showed you before. To the standards page you can go back to, or to the calendar, which is the next page I'm going to show you. So let's go there. Click on the calendar. This is one of the most exciting pages, and I save it to the end. Here's our last year's year at a glance. This will be updated as we go through looking at next year, but this is just to show you what it's going to look like. So notice in the YAG, the module numbers are hyperlinks. Anything in blue is hyperlinked to something. So module 1 will take you to the module 1 page. We were on lesson 15. And the cool part about OneNote, it will take you exactly where you left off. You don't have to keep resetting over and over and over again. If I go back to the calendar, if I go to module 4, it's going to take me to module 4, wherever I was last in module 4. Then again, under each module, we listed the standards. These are going to take you back to the standards page. So SP24, click, takes me to SP24 right here with all the resources. So all that's in your year at a glance. What I really think you're going to like is our new interactive calendar. So here, you'll see all the months listed, and it'll jump you down. And depending on, I haven't fully developed these out yet, but for now, you'll see August and September listed, and on double block and a single block option. If you click September, it's going to highlight September. Eventually, when October and all that is there, you'll be able to jump straight down so you're not, again, not scrolling. Well, it's going to be great for you if you're staying on pace. If it's Friday the 24th, you're supposed to be teaching Module 1, Lesson 8. And again, there's always a few days in there for things change. But if you're generally in the same area, I can just click Module 1, Lesson 8, and it's going to take me to Module 1, Lesson 8 and all the information that we just went over. So your calendar will actually be live to take you to the information that you need. So we're super excited about this. We hope that you see some major benefits of using the OneNote, and it'll save you hopefully a lot of time with printing. And again, as you interact with this, they have feedback options. You can send us updates if links aren't working or you have suggestions to make it better. We are all ears. If you have any questions or concerns, let us know, and we hope that you enjoy the new OneNote curriculum guides.